Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Well, not so much at the moment here in the lovely World of Raccoons, but welcome back to another World of Raccoons Let's Play video. The reason why I'm starting off this episode in the main menu of Minecraft is because I have not set foot in this lovely world for a while, and I wanted to look at that. See right there, 10/4/16 9:55 p.m. is the last time that I ever set foot within this lovely world, and upon the recording of this video, it is currently the 21st of October 2016. So it's been a little while, but that's because I've been doing some work over on the Decidedly Vanilla SMP, and in the event that you have been living under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about, then through the power of YouTube cards, there shall be one that appears at the top right corner of your screen that will take you to my Decidedly Vanilla playlist. So then you can catch up on all the latest stuff that I've been doing over there. But I think the last thing that I went and did in this lovely world was I did some work. I did some interior renovations on the observatory, and oh, I forgot I even had a pig in here. And so at the moment, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let the beginning of this video be a little bit of a catching up, because I completely forgot what it is that I was doing here, and because it's been a while, and I just want to share this experience with you all, so that way in the event that you may have forgotten a thing or two as to what we were doing here, then hey, it's you're not the only one who's a little bit lost and may have to play a little catch up, so to speak. Oh yeah, then we have we have Romeo's house, because Romeo roamed into the fireplace in my signature starter house. Oh yeah, wow, that got really depressing pretty quickly. So, why don't we go ahead and actually begin to harvest some of the crops that we have here, because, oh wait, no, pigs are going to go after the carrot. Yeah, you're going to go after my carrot, aren't you? This is my carrot, fool. So, I think what I would like to do is, aside from playing catch up, I want to go ahead and begin to get my build on, sort of resume from where I left off. Aside from doing some interior renovations over at the observatory, I also was working on Romeo's monument. I'm not gonna say burial site, because we kind of took his remains and item framed them, because you know that's what you do in Minecraft when your beloved pig passes away from his own doings. But anywho, so this was the second to last thing that we had done. Now, yep, this is all coming back to me now. So I think after I completed this, I wanted to actually go ahead and work on a cow pasture. However, at the time, I was not entirely sure as to how I wanted it to look. Just go ahead and harvest some watermelon. There we go. And I've been playing off camera a lovely new game that has recently come out called Gears of War 4. It is rated M, so it's not really suited for all people, shall we say. But through the campaign, there's a certain part, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who may be playing the game, who are just starting out, or maybe they have yet to begin to play the game. But at one point in the campaign, you come across something that looks like a homestead. And there were some pretty nifty looking things there in terms of how they have their farms laid out. Well, they don't show any livestock or any animals or creatures of the sort within the Gears of War universe, but they give you at least an idea as to what their animal farms would look like, if they do have any, aside from just living off of vegetation and fruits and various other non-meat foods. So I think in this episode, I'm going to go ahead and actually establish somewhat of a cow farm, but primarily what I would like to accomplish in this episode is just lay out some little furniture pieces, if you will, some crates similar to what we have here, where we have a chest with 4 trapdoors laid about it, and then beneath this chest, I don't know how well you can see it, but we actually have a spruce slab beneath it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to look for my tools, because apparently I don't have them on my person, nor do I have my elite armor. So let me go ahead, search for all that stuff, gather up some resources, and I'll bring it back to you guys when we're ready to move the cows into business. See what I did there? Although I have found my elite tools and weapons, I have yet to find my elite gear, but I just wanted to quickly bring it back and tell you guys that in the event that you can't remember where you placed your elite tools, weapons, and or gear, it's always a nice thing to just check your ender chest, because the inner dummy of me did not think to quickly check my ender chest. I was literally spending about maybe 15 minutes just running around this whole fantasy themed area of the lovely World of Raccoons, and I was like, where's my stuff? And then I was like, wait a minute, there's an ender chest here, let me just check and take a peek inside of it and see if it's in there. Alrighty then, in the past 30 to 45 minutes I've spent some time in my World of Raccoons Let's Build world figuring out the design for the structure that we're going to be building, and I will say this if I have not already done so, it will be based off of something that I had seen in the Gears of War 4 campaign. However, right now, if you may be able to tell, there's something slightly different with this world, and if you're able to point it out in the comment section, then in the next episode I will be rewarding you for guessing it correctly if you did so. But let's go ahead now and just take a gander at the land that we have to work with. Now, I did some landscaping because this structure is going to be 11 blocks going across and it is 9 blocks going back. However, when it comes to how tall it is, I did not calculate that because that's not really an issue here. It's not like we're building under or beside a mountain / cliffside, and we're especially not building the structure underground, although that would be pretty interesting to see. A rustic, medieval, fantasy, steampunk themed village built underground. Possible idea for another project, whether it's here in the lovely World of Raccoons or on decidedly vanilla. But I just wanted to bring it back real quick and talk to you guys about something else, and that is, in a previous World of Raccoons Let's Play video, along with in a decidedly vanilla Let's Play video, I had stated that I have no intentions of discontinuing this series whatsoever. I'm still going to be producing my Minecraft single player Let's Play series alongside my Minecraft SMP Let's Play series, and at this point in time I'm still going to do that. However, I'm going to be challenging myself, and I would like to mention this on camera just so it can give me an extra kick in the butt and light the flame under my ass as well, so to speak. And what I'm saying is, I'm going to try, and instead of recording videos over a multitude of days in advance, I'm going to try and wake up. I mean, I wake up early as it is. I wake up between 9 and 10 a.m. So, I'm going to do my best to continue to wake up between 9 and 10 a.m. And then I'm going to, once I've taken care of my dog, and once I have taking care of all the other things that I need to in real life, and I begin to sit down and work on a video, I'm going to do my best to record a whole video and then get it out to you guys within the prime time here in the States. And that happens to be starting at 1800 Eastern Standard Time, which is 1500. I hear something walking towards me. Oh, there you are. Which happens to be 1500 Pacific, I think it is, which is on the West Coast time. And I'm not good with time zones and such. You'd think I am, considering I work with people from all over the world for YouTube-related stuff. But anywho, just wanted to bring it back and mention all that stuff. And now let me go ahead, get a snooze job going, and then get my build on. And I'll bring it back when I have something to show. Oh, hello there, Mr. Husk. Is that an egg you brought me? Aw, thank you. Progress update, and I actually remembered to bring it back this time. This is something I have a little trouble with doing when it comes to getting my build on, and that is taking a quick little break to be able to record one of these for you all. But as you can tell, we have the general foundation for the structure fully established. Now I went ahead and took some vines and placed them along the walls at the center of the 3x3 portions of the wall, so that way we can go ahead and get them growing, because I would like to actually create a little pathway that is composed of gravel, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and possibly leaf blocks. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna use use leaf blocks for this pathway, but it is something that I am at least considering. Now let's just go ahead and take a peek on the inside. Now, if you are new to the channel, then let me go ahead and show you a little bit of an extra bit of detailing that I do that may not really be needed, but it's something that can help me sleep better and peacefully at night. Not really, that's just an exaggeration. But when I like to create a structure in Minecraft, I like to give it a pretty good strong foundation so that the ground beneath it will not begin to crumble and fall apart. And so that is why I like to dig down a total of 2 layers and just place down some stone blocks, and then right beneath the floor that I'll lay down for the structure, I'll then place a layer of stone blocks going within it. Now, when it comes to the choice of wood that I'm going to be using for this structure, let's go back into theater mode. There we go. I am going to be using a mixture of dark oak and even some spruce. Now, when it comes to applying variation in your build, it's something that you can do. It's something you don't have to do. It's really a beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But for me, at least, instead of just looking at a structure and have it be composed of only at the most 2 or 3 pieces of material, I'd like to be able to create a structure that looks beautiful in my own eyes and let it be composed of a multitude of things, not just a few things. So that is why we have oak fences and then dark oak logs acting as the support pillars that are going horizontal and vertical. Now when it comes to the floor, this is where the spruce comes into play, and then when it comes to the roof, which we will be applying later on in this episode, we'll get to it soon enough though, it's where I'm going to be using a mixture of dark oak stairs, dark oak planks, dark oak slabs, along with spruce planks, spruce stairs, and spruce slabs. And that I think when it comes to applying variation in a build, when it comes to a house or something along those lines, you can really bring the beauty out in your build when it comes to applying variation in your roof. But again, it's something you do not have to do. It's something that I enjoy doing, and it also helps me figure out new ways that I can go ahead and design something in a future build or for a future project, whether it's here in the lovely World of Raccoons or over on Decidedly Vanilla. But I think that's enough jibber jabbering, so let me go ahead and begin to work on the roof, and I'll bring it back to you guys when I have some portion of the roof completed, and I'll do my best to complete it with you guys on camera. So that way, in the event that you watching this may not be able to create a roof that you are happy with, then hopefully I'll be able to provide some tips and tricks, if that's what you'll call it, to help you better enhance your building etiquette for a roof. Yes, obviously we're not in the lovely World of Raccoons. We are in fact in my World of Raccoons Let's Build world. This is where I like to just come in and sit down, get my build on, and try and figure out the design for a structure, or possibly even a multitude of structures. That way then I have a general idea as to what I'm going to be building, and then I can just take screenshots, pull it up on the second monitor, and then glance at it when I am actually in the lovely World of Raccoons. But I thought that this would be a great way to show how I went about creating the primary roof, which is what I'm going to call this, and then the secondary roof, which is what this will be called. So I like to go up in a total of 6 blocks, and then on top of this 6th block, I like to take whatever choice of stairs I'm using. In this case, it happens to be dark oak, and create an L shape. And then along the edges, I like to just take cobblestone stairs, place it down. On the back side of that, take a cobblestone stair, face it inwards, and then repeat that on each corner of the primary roof. And so that way then also we have a little bit of a detail going on. Then above it, I like to take a cobblestone block, and then next to it, just to connect each corner of the roof, take some dark oak planks, and then bring them into the center, and then on top of that I like to use I like to then use stairs just to cap it off. But when it comes to the top layer of the roof, which is where the stairs are at, I like to take stairs and then place them outwards, just so then we have this little twisty turny bit going on, which can help apply some detail to the roof. And then I just take a stair, let it face outwards, and then on top of that place another stair, have it face inwards, and then take a slab and then place it in front of it. Then I just like to have the roof slope down a little bit, but then let it slope back up. And that is how I pretty much come about designing a roof in this sense for the primary. And then just for some extra detail, I like to take a block and then place it alongside the sixth block in the pillar going up, and then in front of it take a slab, place it down. So then again we have a nice little design, some little detailing and such. Now moving on to the secondary roof, what I like to do is, let me go ahead and remove these two blocks real quick. What I like to do is just go up in a total of 3, and then on the third block up, I like to take a stair, let it face inwards, do the same thing on the other side, so that way they are facing one another, and continue this pattern where I'll then place a stair facing outwards, and then place a stair upside down facing inwards. Then, like what I did for the primary roof, I'll go ahead and take a stair, let it face out from the structure, and then place a stair in between, and then place a stair on top of that facing inwards, and then a slab in front of it. Now when it comes to applying variation, I like to do so in a sense where it helps establish the lore for the build, and in this case this is going to be a little farmhouse, so to speak, where it may have a leaky roof. So with that being said, let me go ahead and actually empty those out from my inventory and get a dark oak log once more. So actually, before I even do that, what I then like to do is I like to raise the pillars up a little bit just to add some detail. Now you could let each side of the roof be symmetrical, where we would have 2 dark oak logs going up and then have one going up right here. However, I like to mix things up and add a little variety to it, so that way it's not completely symmetrical. But this is something that I do. You could do the complete opposite and let each side of the roof be symmetrical. Now moving on to applying variation. Once again, I like to do this in a sense where it helps me build the lore for a structure. So this farmhouse may have a leaky roof, and I'm going to indicate where the leaky roof is at by using spruce stairs. So right here at this corner piece, this is where we have a leaky roof at, and just instead of letting the stairs be completely in alignment, I like to add a little twisty turn just to add some detail to it, and possibly even some depth if that's what this could also be considered as. And then just to show where the leaky roof descends from, it'll not be exactly 1 block beneath it, but it may be 1 block beneath it and then to the left or to the right. This is something that you could do. This is something that you could do to help figure out how you're going to apply variation. But then also I like to take stairs and then mix them up, whether it is placing it upside down facing out from the structure or facing into a block adjacent to it. And in this case right here, let's just go ahead and toggle the downfall. In this case here, I have a upside down stair that is facing into the stair adjacent to it, and then even right here I have this stair turning, just again to add some minor detail and possibly even some depth. And then I also took some slabs just to give it a little wear and tear look, so to speak, because obviously this farmhouse has been around for a while. It's not something completely new, but you know, it's still intact and it's survived quite a few storms and even gentle rain showers like the one we just toggled. But why don't we go ahead, hop back into the World of Raccoons, and then close off the episode from there, and then yeah. On Decidedly Vanilla, Nobody's LP has a horse named Ralph Macchio, which is the actor's name who was in the original 3 Karate Kid movies. But he likes to park his horse on pillars for whatever reason. I guess it's his way of not losing the horse, as opposed to taking a lead and tying it to a fence post or something. But hey, different strokes for different folks. But I thought it was a little funny how here in the lovely World of Raccoons we have a horse that just likes to chill out on top of a tree. But let's go go ahead and take a look at the structure that we have built for the most part. Now, as you can tell, it is not fully completed like the one in the World of Raccoons Let's Build world, but I thought I would go ahead and save to do that and then begin doing interior not interior renovations, but then do the interior work during a live stream. That way it gives you and I, content creator and viewer, a chance to sit down and hang out and relax and chat it up and get to know each other better while I also get some work done. So I think that's really going to do it for this episode. I guess I should go begin to harvest the vines from the vine farm that we somewhat have going on here, and I think I have enough now to where it's safe to take the harvested vines and pair them with cobblestone, so then we get mossy cobblestone, so then I can lay down my little pathway underneath this area. I'm sorry that I did not get a chance to actually create little furniture pieces like I said I would, but when it comes to Let's Plays, you originally want to start off doing one thing, but then you kind of get carried away with another, and then you either get a chance to come back and complete what it is that you said you wanted to do at the beginning, or you kind of go and complete something entirely different. But like I said, that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. So thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and remember, if you like what you see, then please give that like button a hug and subscribe for the latest buzz. And if you had a blast with a good laugh, then make sure you favorite this video and share it with a friend or two. But until next time, peeps, this is Vanillaraccoon. Peace out.